Welcome back to Megaman X4.
Take the tiger.
No, I'm doing weakness order, which means I'm going to split mushroom.
No, fine.
I could go to Slash Beast, but he'd kick my ass. Actually, probably not MX. I could just cling onto a wall. I'm playing easy mode, so I could probably go in any order I want. Really.
it's like you're going to split mushroom. What? He's slowly transforming into slash beast.
Shit. I'm playing as X. What's that? X is slowly turning into 0.
This isn't GX yet.
You can't mega merge with someone that's still alive. Fusion's not a thing yet.
That's quitter talk.
DVZ. This isn't DVZ. You can't fuse Mavericks and you can't fuse Reploids together.
That's quitter talk.
Oh, blame Dr. Kane. He's the one that's not doing it.
Dr. Kane's using borrowed technology.
Yeah, you gotta think about that. Like X is actually the oldest Reploid to ever exist, and he's better than everybody. Whoever designs these Mavericks really frickin' sucks. Either that or Dr. Light was just that good.
No, you see, what happened was that. No, see, it all makes sense now. Everybody wanted to focus on Dr. Light's wanting for robots to have independent thought. And then they saw Mega Man and they're like, shit, that was messed up. Let's focus on Dr. Wily's invention now.
Shit, the double gear system's making a comeback before it actually existed? Holy shit. For the record, I would record Mega Man 11, but I don't really have a decent way of recording my Switch. I need to buy a better capture card first.
Yeah, everybody in the X series has double gear system already installed.
Oh god.
By default.
You'd think X would have double gear system installed already because he's a much more advanced version of Mega Man.
X is like, I don't need it. He's like SpongeBob on the when they first introduced Sandy. He's like, I don't need it. I don't need it. Definitely don't need it.
Definitely don't need it. I need it!
And they just explode. Boom, 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 boom.
God damn it.
Also, I like how this is a mini boss. It's a random ass turtle.
Oh yeah, he's a very easy. He's very easy. He's even easier as 0.
It's like a random ass ladybug. Okay.
I mean, I could make this even easier by constantly hovering over another pit. And just have him keep jumping up in the same spot, but the charged X-Buster already does plenty of damage.
And he's dead.
Yeah. If I had gotten the X-Buster upgrade first, he would have died even faster. Oh goody, more stairs.
Thankfully
it's not endless like me. Thankfully it's not endless.
Yeah. Otherwise I'd sue. I like to imagine somebody in front of X just throwing these at him. It's like, can't catch me, just throwing shit at him.
So the whole time he's just chasing Split Mushroom up the stairs and he's throwing spiked balls at him?
Yes.
Damn.
It's like, what a dick.
And there's the heart piece. Pretty simple to get. Even if you miss it, you can just use the lightning web to make a wall and climb up there. It's harder to get with 0 because 0 needs to get a double jump first.
Yeah.
I almost fucked that up.
You didn't even need it. You didn't even need it.
I was more concerned about the spike guy knocking me off the wall. That's kind of why I was hoping I'd grab onto the lightning web first.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying you didn't even need the wall.
I didn't, but I'd rather have been safe than sorry because I don't want to die in like the easiest stage in the game.
That's true.
And now I got the boring part of this slow-ass elevator.
Elevator sequence.
I have dashed too... I have made the mistake of dashing a little too far sometimes and getting crushed underneath some of those platforms. It's annoying.
I've done that before.
There we go. And thankfully, the game is nice enough to give you life and weapon energy here if you need it. And it's time for Split Mushroom. He's a piece of cake, even without his weakness.
I thought you were going to say he was a piece of garbage.
That too. He's a mushroom.
If then Mario eats him, becomes Maverick.
Shit! Man, that would be impressive for Mario to eat literal metal.
It didn't stop before. He can turn into metal.
That too. Okay, now here's what makes Mega Man. This is what makes X's version so much easier. When you use special weapons on bosses, it resets their pattern, just like in X1 through 3. Which technically makes this the easy mode because, well, for the most part, Zero's weapons don't reset enemy patterns. There's a couple of them that do, but most of them don't.
So you're saying when you keep saying this, we're playing on easy mode. Do you mean literally it's literally on easy mode, or?
No, it's just compared to Zero. You actually compared to Zero, who actually has to try.
By the way, notice the emblem.
Oh yeah, a couple of characters. Like, yeah, I didn't bring that up, but yeah, there are a couple of characters in this game who have a different emblem. They're not all they're not all part of Repliforce. They all work for a certain it's Sigma.
They all work for Sigma. I mean mysterious black person. I mean Sigma.
They all work for this mysterious dark Sigma.
They work for death. They want Luigi's soul back.
If you thought it wasn't Sigma, what's wrong with you?
It'd be a plot. It'd be a plot twist if it actually wasn't Sigma.
Yeah, which is why a certain game ends up being a lot of people's favorites.
I wonder why.
Anyway, we go from one of the easier stages to one of the slightly harder ones if you're trying to get all the item upgrades.
I hate this level.
What, you don't like speedrun you don't like Mega Man X4 speedrun edition?
No, it's just that it's completely RNG whether or not you get stuff sometimes.
No, it's not RNG. You have to get to the end of this section in a certain amount of time.
Oh, well, no, wait, I'm thinking of a future entry. Never mind.
Yeah. Now, this one's not too bad. You just have to get an S rank, which in order to get S ranks, you just got to beat the room fast enough. And if you got Soul Body from beating Split Mushroom, it makes this go a lot faster. Or otherwise, stuff like this happens. Because Soul Body you can use to destroy these yellow orb things.
Well, you're not getting it.
No, I got it.
Fuck.
You'll know if you're running out of time because the box that surrounds you starts saying to hurry up.
Oh god, it's WarioWare.
For getting to S rank here, you get the first sub tank. Sub tanks work the same as they always do. It's if you have full life and you get life energy, it goes into the sub tank, so you can use it later. And this is the hardest room, unless you have Soul Body, which makes it super easy because you can just get rid of all these orbs. Also, I love the music in this level. It's probably my favorite track. It's probably my second favorite track in the game, next to, well, no, probably third, next to X and Zero's themes. So if you actually, but I ran out of Soul Body and I almost fucked that up.
Hurry up!
There we go.
Yeah,
No,
it basically becomes WarioWare.
Kind of. But for getting an S rank on the third room, you get the most broken armor upgrade in the entire series.
Like, how broken are we talking about?
This helmet makes you have infinite weapon energy unless you use a charge shot. Now, unfortunately, I ran out of Soul Body here, so I can't prove that. But this is what for some reason this gives you the ability to use charge shots for special weapons. But see here, Notice how I was shooting lightning web and it wasn't using up any weapon energy at all? As long as you don't use a charge shot, you can use up as much weapon energy as you want.
Well.
Yeah, this literally breaks the game.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, hey, you want God mode early?
I mean, to be fair, you actually do have to work for it. It's not like they hand it to you.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you want God mode early?
Well, if you want God mode early, you can just use the code to get the ultimate armor. That's something I forgot to mention. There is a secret code that you can use to unlock a second armor for X.
You know what would suck if you pushed that button and it was a bottomless pit?
Yeah, that would suck.
No, that's X6 design.
Yeah, I'll get to X6.
He knows exactly.
Everyone that thinks X7 is worse than X6, you're wrong.
He knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's the sad part.
I do know. I played through that game like 4 fucking times.
That part, like I said, the sad part is he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Oh no, we've reached. Oh no, we've reached the core. We reached the core of Optimus Prime.
Shit.
We're in the Matrix.
Well, I mean, technically we are in the internet. So basically this whole thing was Cyber Peacock testing X to see how strong he was.
And then he realizes, oh shit, I didn't mean, oh shit, I didn't think he was this strong. What do I do?
Well,
what do?
So there, as you notice underneath Cyber Peacock's health bar there, you got the Maverick logo there. That's how you know who actually works for Sigma and who doesn't. Which is kind of why a lot of people on Repliforce are like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? We're not actually evil. Why do you keep thinking we are?
Gosh, I wonder why.
So yeah, Sigma just sent a bunch of double agents into Repliforce to screw with everybody. Which is again why I said in part 1, the plot to this game is stupid.
Yeah, you'd think they'd recognize people who are normally on their force. What's your name? Cyber Peacock. What do you do? I hack systems. You're hired.
Also, if you notice, another reason why why X's version is considered easy mode is pretty much every boss has Spark Mandrill syndrome.
By that you mean that their
weaknesses resets their patterns.
Okay.
Which is why Cyber Peacock never used an attack on me even once. To be fair, with Zero that happens too, but not nearly as often.
And we can save the game and call it apart. Bye.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
I've beaten this game so many times that I basically just did X and Zero's playthrough in one sitting. Because it's not a very long game.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Oh no, an owl.
Hey, don't knock owls. Those things can mess you up.
I was gonna make a joke, but then I lost my train of thought.
I was wondering why you were going silent there for a second.
Yeah, I had a joke ready, and then I lost my train of thought.
Say hello to the best ride armor in the franchise. Homing shots for days.
And you'll never see it again.
No, because they don't bring it back for some reason.
Bring it back. Also, that missile totally went right through you.
Yeah. Doesn't matter because you get a second health bar with the ride armor anyway. Then you jump out of here to get that, and you come back down, and oh, good, it's still here. I thought it would pull like it. I thought it was like Super Nintendo for a minute, where if you scroll off screen, it's gone. Anyway, you want to rush over here real quick, because otherwise, oh
dead.
Shit.
Death number 1.
That doesn't usually happen. Oh well. Good thing I respawn right back here. Yeah,
I like how the ride armor is just sitting there right beside you the entire time. It's like it's like Stormwell just literally dropped that off. It's like, yeah, I'll give him a head start. Why not? Just put that there. I love a challenge.
That or I just stole it from another guy like an X1. There we go. Now I got it this time.
You could have just cut.
It was 2 seconds ago.
You could have just cut.
It was 2 seconds ago.
You could have just cut. Ah, my face! Oh, my head!
X,
This is the worst suntan
X doesn't
ever.
like violence. X doesn't like violence. He says as he violently destroys an entire space armada.
They started it. Good job.
I don't know why that shot was just floating around nothing.
That just reminds me of Sonic. That just reminds me of Sonic Adventure 2 when you use the light speed dash on a chain of enemies, and sometimes you have that one moment where you have the chance of them just going in circles around the enemy the entire time.
Yeah, because he's sitting there trying to lock onto a guy, but he can't.
Yeah, so you just end up going in circles around it.
That's one point for Sonic Adventure 1 because the light speed dash doesn't do that.
Oh, it can. It's just not as frequent there.
Well, you have to charge it up at least in that one.
Yeah.
Also, here's probably the hardest weapon armor piece to get if you suck at wall jumping.
Like me.
You have to have this. You have to have the lightning web, and you need to be able to use it to make a second wall to jump off of. Otherwise, you get hit by the spikes.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, you respawn right at the start of that area. Also, don't pick this first upgrade. The first upgrade sucks.
What?
There are 2 arm upgrades. The first one sucks. The first arm upgrade lets you store 4 charge shots. Not bad. It's interesting.
What do you mean by that? By being not that interesting?
Well, it's just 4 standard charge shots.
Oh. Well, then why'd you get it?
Just to show it off, because right behind it is the much better upgrade.
The much better upgrade?
To be fair, the game does say this part is interchangeable, so go to the other capsule to find it. But they keep this further. So this is the plasma shot, which allows you to power up your special weapons.
Infuse it with plasma.
Oh wait, no, that's the helmet. Now this lets you charge up a much bigger shot that once it hits, it stays on and it leaves a plasma ball that stays on the enemy longer and finishes it off.
It becomes literal plasma.
Is once you go back, and it's like, hey, you want to get this?
Hey, X, I think you should have this one.
No.
Why not?
No, Dr. Light.
I took so much time. I took so much of my life to make this.
There's still 4 other buster shots that you gave me later.
But
anyway, this is why you have this, because when you leave, you hit something and the shot stays on and the shot stays there, and it tears through enemies like butter. It's ridiculously overpowered. It also doesn't help that this mini boss is weak as shit.
I'm seeing that, and it's dead.
Yeah, you don't even have to try. The only annoying thing is that if you're OCD, the plasma shot arm color is different from the rest of the armor.
There's no symmetry.
There is none, because the first buster upgrade has the white gloves, and then the plasma upgrade has the red gloves, and the rest of X's armor is white. And it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Storm Owl. An even easier version of Storm Eagle. He's going to dive at you and try to grab you and then drop you on your head. Or he'll land and shoot a whole bunch of stuff at you. Kind of like this. Or you can just use the charge shot and just zap him with whatever the fuck that is.
I see you! Zap! I see you!
But that's
zap!
But that's what the helmet upgrade does. You get 4 charge shots with your special weapons, which does double damage, but you have infinite ammo, so there's no point in using the charge, but there's no reason to use the charge version.
Yeah. It's like, I see you! Zap! I see you! Zap!
Yes.
I see you!
Stop that!
Zap!
Stop that!
You got double cyclone from a random ass owl.
Yeah, and this shoots 2 wind orbs to the side view, which is pretty good, but like most Mega Man X games, I don't use the special weapons outside of the boss weakness.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not that I don't need it, and now that I have the helmet that gives me infinite weapon ammo, I can still spam it, but this game's easy enough that you don't really need to use the special weapons outside of boss fights.
Sounds about right.
Anyway, see you guys for part 3.
Part 3. My heater kicked on.